In this video, we will delve into a topic that resonates deeply with the human experience. What happens to the essence of a loved one in the first moments after their departure from this plane? The pain of loss is universal, and the question, "Where did the soul of my beloved go?" echoes in our hearts. Understanding this initial journey can bring unexpected comfort and, more importantly, empower us to offer support to those who are in this transition. The soul does not dissolve at the instant of death. It embarks on a new and significant journey, and the first 9 days are crucial. Since time immemorial, various cultures and traditions, although with their own nuances, share a remarkable convergence on the importance of this period. Let's explore together the stages of this transformation and how our energy can be a beacon for those who have departed. Why is the 9-day mark so significant? It is a period of gradual detachment from the subtle energetic envelope. Just as a newborn goes through developmental phases, the soul also experiences a metamorphosis after physical death. Think of it as an awakening from a deep sleep, where the soul needs time to assimilate its new reality. In the first 9 days, the connection with the physical world, with beloved places and people, is still intense. The boundary between worlds becomes tenuous. It is fascinating how the number 9 appears independently in such distinct traditions. In Orthodoxy, it aligns with the 9 angelic choirs that guide the soul. In Buddhism, it is the bardo, an intermediate state of earthly detachment. And in ancient Slavic beliefs, it was the time of farewell to the material world before the transition to the spiritual. During these 9 days, the soul travels a vital path, from total attachment to the physical to readiness for spiritual advancement. The first 3 days are, without a doubt, the most challenging. At the moment of death, the soul can be in a state of confusion, like someone who wakes up in an unknown place. In the initial hours, it often remains near the body, observing everything: the pain of family members, the movement around. It hears, feels emotions, but can no longer interact physically. This can generate deep uneasiness. On the second day, the soul begins to assimilate irreversibility. It can revisit significant places and people. This is where our prayers and words of affection become a balm. The serenity and luminous memories of those who remain are vital support. On the third day, understanding deepens. The soul accepts its new condition. It is crucial that, at this moment, family members avoid excessive despair, as intense negative emotions can hold the soul to the earthly plane, hindering its progress. Accounts of near-death experiences often describe this initial phase: a feeling of lightness, the ability to observe from outside, the impossibility of physical interaction. These narratives offer us valuable insight into what the soul experiences. From the 4th to the 6th day, the soul embarks on a journey of profound re-evaluation. It is as if it reviews the book of its life, not just the events, but their true meaning and impact. During this period, reunions with loved ones who departed before, family, friends, spiritual guides, bring comfort and aid in detachment from the physical world. These souls who have already made the transition act as guides, helping to understand and accept the new state. It is not uncommon to hear reports of people on the verge of death who claim to see their deceased loved ones coming to fetch them. On the 5th day, the soul's perception transforms. Earthly concerns, once so overwhelming, lose their importance. An understanding of spiritual laws and the interconnectedness of all beings emerges. The soul begins to perceive the unity of everything and its role in this great tapestry. On the 6th day, a new self-awareness emerges. The soul no longer identifies with the physical body or with earthly roles. It recognizes its eternal spiritual essence, for which earthly life was just one stage. This understanding is fundamental for the continuation of its journey. The emotional connection with loved ones still exists, but in a more subtle and spiritual way, interacting through the energy of love and light. The last 3 days of this 9-day period are dedicated to closing earthly affairs and preparing for the next stage of existence. The 7th day brings clarity and serenity. The soul no longer seeks to return to its previous life, but still observes the material world, perceiving how the lives of its loved ones reorganize, how they learn to move forward, keeping the memory alive. On the 8th day, a final detachment from material ties occurs. The soul no longer feels the need to remain in familiar places or near loved ones. It understands that the bond can be maintained through prayer, luminous memories, and good deeds performed in its honor. It is like a bird preparing to leave the nest, knowing it is time for a new path. On the 9th day, the soul is fully prepared for the transition to a new level of existence. It is no longer tied to a specific place or time, existing in a dimension where earthly laws do not apply. On this day, the soul acquires a new vision of reality, a broader and deeper understanding of the universe. The last link with the physical world becomes as delicate as a silk thread, but it never completely breaks, for love and memories transcend all limits. During these final days, it is vital that loved ones maintain a luminous image of the person who departed. Remembering happy moments and performing good deeds in their memory facilitates the soul's transition with serenity. How can we, then, help the soul of a loved one during these crucial 9 days? The most important thing is to cultivate inner calm and positive thoughts. Amidst grief, this may seem impossible, but our emotional state profoundly impacts the departed soul. Excessive pain and despair can trap it in the earthly plane. Prayer is one of the most effective means, whether formal or a sincere plea from the heart. Memorial masses or meditations with good wishes are equally beneficial. Maintaining a serene environment at home, lighting a candle, placing a photo and cherished objects, and sharing luminous memories are gestures that nourish the soul on its journey. And above all, practicing good deeds in memory of the deceased, helping others, caring for nature, any act that radiates light and goodness. Testimonies of near-death experiences offer surprising insights into the afterlife. A feeling of peace, lightness, the ability to observe one's own body from outside, and reunions with loved ones. In various cultures, we find remarkably similar descriptions of the afterlife, from the Egyptian Book of the Dead to the Tibetan Bardo. Contemporary researchers have collected thousands of accounts that corroborate this ancient knowledge. Even people without religious beliefs report encounters with deceased family members, a feeling of unconditional love, and a new perspective on life and death. These experiences are so transformative that they redefine one's worldview. Remember, the departure of a loved one is not the end, but a transition to a new stage of the soul. Our pain is natural, but it should not consume us. The soul continues its journey, and our luminous thoughts, prayers, and good deeds are its guide. Each soul experiences these 9 days uniquely, but the love and support of those who remain make this transition smoother. Our loved ones do not disappear. They live in our hearts, memories, and the legacy they left behind. The spiritual bond is never broken. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Cherish every moment. And if farewell has come, know that your love, your thoughts, and your prayers will be the light that guides the soul on its new path. May the faith of a future reunion, in a world without goodbyes, remain in your hearts. Thank you for joining me in this profound reflection. If this content resonated with you, consider subscribing to the channel. Many other conversations about the spiritual path, the mysteries of the soul, and the meaning of life await us. Activate the bell to not miss the next videos. See you soon. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones.